Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here with Angel B Designs, formerly known as Crafty Mama. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. What I'm going to be doing today, or talking about today, is I'm going to be talking about how to start a channel, a YouTube channel in 2021. So if you like the content of this video, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I am going to be dropping some major gems in this video about a bunch of different type of things and things that help me grow my channel organically in less than a year. Okay, so I do have my little notebook here. I have all my notes and I have everything I'm going to be talking about. Literally everything to go over as far as the content you should post, the frequency in which you should post, what you need to start a channel, all of that. I'm going over all of that. Okay, so if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and stick around. I'm just gonna hop right on into it. Okay, so in 2021, a major question people are asking is YouTube oversaturated? Is it too saturated to start a YouTube channel right now? And the answer is absolutely not. Okay, do people say, is Google too saturated with information? No, they don't. Nobody thinks that Google is oversaturated with information. Nobody thinks that. Therefore, YouTube is just Google in video form. Therefore, it can't be oversaturated. Okay, you can never have too much information on one platform unless the platform just like can't function with all the information. But YouTube is very capable. Therefore, starting a YouTube channel in 2021 is, it's okay. It's great. It's one of the perfect times. If you were going to start a channel, now is the actually, well, like last year when the pandemic hit was the perfect time, but you still have time to start a channel because listen, COVID is going to be around at least for another year, year and a half. Okay. People are starting businesses right now. People are at home. They're watching YouTube. They're working from home. They're scared to go out. They're cooking their more meals because they're scared to get takeout. And so if you want to start a cooking channel, do it now. Perfect time for you to start a cooking channel right now. If you're trying to start anything that has to do with how-tos, perfect timing right now. People are starting businesses, branding information, perfect timing. Like, there are so many people who are online just looking for free information right now. They're looking for it to be as free as possible. So if you're trying to start a YouTube, like I said, no, it is not oversaturated and it's not too late at all whatsoever. Okay, so the first thing I have written down here is actually going to create your page. So when you are creating a page, I want you to keep in mind that, especially if you plan to be monetized, that YouTube is a business. Okay, being monetized, it is a business. So you do want to keep in mind the type of content that you're posting, and you want to keep in mind the brand that you're building. Okay, so in order for you to start off like with a bang, if you want to grow organically quickly, then try to make sure that your name is a searchable name. So when you're coming up with your YouTube name, like originally my name was Crafty Mama. That's easy. That's easy for people to remember. That's easy for people to spell. Also with the spellings, like Angel B Designs, it's spelled, designs is spelled the way designs is supposed to be spelled. If you spell it with like designs with 2 I's and a Z, nobody's going to know to search that. Design spelled with 2 I's and a Z. Nobody's gonna know to search that. So I get that may look trendy and appealing to like the younger generation, but it's gonna be harder for your page to be found because people aren't going to know how to spell it. Okay, so when you're creating your YouTube page, you want your name to be searchable. You want it to be easy, and you want it to be as simple as possible for people to be able to find your channel and your content. Okay, so creating your name, make it simple, make it clean. It could be your first and last name. It could be your first name and an initial. It can come, you could be, you know, something totally different. Like I said, I was Crafty Mama. Everybody on my channel knows that my name was Crafty Mama, but that was easy. Crafty was spelled right, Mama was spelled right. So when I said Crafty Mama, people knew how to search that, and it was easy to find. Okay. And then you want to keep that consistent when you're marketing it. You want to try to keep it consistent across all platforms. That's something that I'm integrating now. So my name is Angel B Designs on YouTube. My name is Angel B Designs on Instagram. My name is Angel B Designs on TikTok. My name is Angel B Designs on Twitter. Okay. And on Facebook, my name is Angel B. So you want to try to keep it consistent across all platforms, because in case you ever want to expand, you want to go ahead and make sure that it's just consistent and it's easy to find you. So if somebody sees me on YouTube and they want to find me on Instagram, and my name is Angel B Designs on YouTube, or my name is, like I'll talk about how my name was, it was Crafty Mama. So people will go to Instagram and try to search for Crafty Mama on Instagram and couldn't find me. So that's kind of what really made me integrate, you know, having the same name across all platforms. In the long run, it does help you out so that you don't have to change it like I did. Just start off doing it that way. And even if you don't use, I would also suggest getting that name across all platforms, even if you're not using it. So even if you aren't on Twitter, make a Twitter page and secure the name. Okay, go on to Twitter. If your name's gonna be Angel B Designs, go on Twitter, make a Twitter page and make it Angel B Designs. Even if you aren't using it right now. If you're, same with TikTok, go on TikTok, make a TikTok page and secure the name Angel B Designs. Even if you're not on TikTok right now, there may come a time where you expand, and there's nothing worse than, you know, having a name and you've branded and you've done this, that, and the other on Instagram and on YouTube, but then now you want to expand to TikTok and you go to get there and Angel B Designs is taken. And now you have to come up with something else. And now it's not uniform. So secure your name, create your page and secure your name, but then go ahead and secure it across all platforms. Okay? That's tip number one. So tip number two, we're going to get into the materials. Now, if your budget is rather low, you really don't need much other than your cell phone and some natural light. So if you can, I know I live in Michigan right now. The sun isn't really out that much, and the amount of sunlight we get during the day is low. So if you can't afford a ring light right now, I would suggest trying to like record maybe during the day. So either like in the morning or the afternoon, and record outside. Just make sure that your background is quiet and clean. So maybe go to like I know at my office we have a parking lot, and on a day like today, like Sunday, the parking lot at my office, it does get well lit and it's also empty. So I could literally stand outside in the parking lot with some trees as my background, and I could have recorded this video talking to you in natural light. I could have done that. Okay, so you just have to work with what you got if you don't have a budget to start your YouTube channel, but it can be done. Okay, but I would suggest, if you do have a little bit of money to play around with, I would suggest getting a ring light. The one that I currently use right now is from Best Buy, and they had 3 different sizes. I had the medium one, so they had one that was like $79, one that was $130, and then I think one that was like $150 or $160 or something like that. I have the one that was $130. It's a decent size. It's probably about this big. So the one that was $70 was a little bit smaller. So if you get the one that's smaller, that's fine. You would just have to play around with it. Maybe bring your camera closer to you so that you can get the as much light as you can. But if you can invest in a ring light, I would definitely invest in a ring light. You don't necessarily have to invest in a camera. Now I use both. I have a camera. I have a Sony, I don't even know. I have a Sony camera. Okay, I'm not sure what model, but I have a Sony camera, the one where the screen flips up so I can see myself. But I switch, sometimes I forget to charge my battery and I use my phone. I switch between the two. I have tons of videos where I'm either using my camera or my phone, whichever one is not dead at the time is the one that I'm using. Okay, only reason I would prefer my camera over my phone is because my editing software, I don't use iMovie to edit, so it's easier to transfer my footage from my camera to my computer since I'm not using a Mac. Now, if you have a Mac, go ahead and record on your iPhone. If you have a Mac and an iPhone, it should be a breeze for you to record and transfer your information. If you have a Windows I would suggest if you have a Windows and an iPhone, it's gonna get a little bit tricky. That I have done it before. DM me if you have a question about that, and I will try to explain to you the best way to transfer the information from iPhone to a Windows. But that's the only reason why I like to use my cameras, because I have a Windows computer, so it's easier for me to transfer my footage from my camera to the computer so I can edit it. Okay, that's why I prefer a camera. Now as far as editing, you can download iMovie on your phone, so you can record your footage on your phone, and then you can go ahead and edit it on your phone with iMovie if you have an iPhone, for free. Okay, so use the phone that you have, use the natural light, use the free app that comes. I'm not even sure. I think it does come installed on the phone. I can't remember now. When I got my phone, was it already there? But it is free. Whether it's pre-installed or not, it is free in the App Store. I personally use HD Movie Maker Pro because, like I said, I have Windows, so I don't use iMovie. I don't have anything against iMovie. I don't have a Mac, and my phone for me is too small to edit my videos. It strains my eyes. I don't really care for it. I prefer to edit my footage on my computer. So that's why I do that. Okay. Third tip, your content. Okay. When you are first starting out, I know a lot of people want to do vlogs or family channels and things like that. But if nobody knows you, nobody's going to watch it. So when you're first starting out your channel, you have to create content that is relevant. So right now, during this pandemic, the things that are relevant are crafts, because everybody's at home, business information. So if you have financial information, like if you're a business consultant, if you know information about the loans and the grants that are going around, if you have information about unemployment, all of that is valuable right now. People are starting businesses, branding, okay, how to brand, how to run a business, how to ship from home, how to create your own labels, all of that, like DIY, all of that is valuable information right now. That's what people are looking for. That's what people are doing. And cooking, working out from home, anything that can be done DIY or done from home, people are interested in right now because people are scared to go out. They're scared to be around other people. So that's all valuable information right now. And I get, like, if you want to start a family vlog, you may have like 100 people who know you and they're genuinely interested in you and your family, but there's only 100 people. Like if you put up a video, the Smiths go to Miami, who's going to search that? People don't get on YouTube and search the Smiths in Miami. Okay, people don't get on YouTube and search the Smiths in Miami. They just don't. Okay, they get on YouTube and they're searching for a specific thing, how to do something, or information. That's what they're searching for. So when you're first starting out a channel, you have to provide information that's relevant, and you have to provide information that's trendy. Okay, people also come on YouTube to be entertained. So they might search something like a Miami trip. Maybe. I highly doubt that. I know for me, if I'm searching somewhere to visit, I'll Google it. I won't look on YouTube. I'll look on Google, like things to do in Miami. So maybe you could have a video like you've been to Miami 100 times and you're like the Miami trip expert. So do a video talking about things to do in Miami. That's searchable. People might get on YouTube trying to look for things to do in Miami and they want to see a video. They want to see your experience. So maybe for that video, okay, you title it Things to Do in Miami, Fun Things to Do in Miami, or something like that. And then in the video, you're talking about a specific area of Miami. This is where we stayed. This is what we did. And then you insert clips from your trip. Okay, now that person is going to be intrigued in you. But if you just title it like The Smiths Go to Miami, nobody's going to search that. You see what I'm saying? I hope this makes sense. You just want to create content that is valuable or trendy. So either it's information, educational, or it's entertaining. And then once you start to get a lot of followers, then maybe you can branch out and kind of shift your channel a little bit, or not necessarily get rid of the things that you did in the beginning, because you're going to create an audience. Kind of like how I'm kind of doing it now. Like, I created a huge audience with crafts, but now I'm providing information with how to start a channel or how to brand your business, because a lot of the people that watch me also want to start a YouTube. They also want to talk about crafts on their YouTube channel. So I'm teaching them how to do that. They also are starting businesses, or they're trying to figure out why their crafting business doesn't make any sales. I'm going to start offering branding tips, branding tricks, and branding information to help you get more sales in your business. Whether you sell wigs, whether you sell bundles, whether you sell crafts, whether you sell ebooks, whatever you sell, branding is branding. It's universal. So it doesn't matter what you sell or what you do. Branding is universal. Okay? And then the last thing, as far as your content, you also want to be sincere. If you're going to portray yourself to be an expert, make sure you do the research. Don't just get on here talking out the side of your neck and you're incorrect, or you don't know what you're talking about, or you don't sound like you know what you're talking about. People will click off. They're not going to say anything to you. They're just going to click off, and then your view duration is going to be very low, and it's really not going to be any help to your channel. Okay, so you want to be sincere, and you want, if you're going to be doing entertainment, you want it to be genuine. You want people to like it. Okay, you don't want people to feel like you're selling them, even though they're not buying watching your channel. They're not going to watch your channel if they feel like that, though. You have to, like, in order to get people to stay on your channel and stay on your video, you have to evoke an emotion or provide value. So just make sure that you've researched whatever it is you're talking about, and you're not salesy either. Okay? All right, now that we've talked about creating the page, you getting your materials, what type of content you're going to post. Now, actually uploading your first video. Okay, so you've created your page, you secured your name, you're consistent across all platforms, you got your phone, you got your ring light, you got your iMovie installed, you're ready. Okay, you've recorded your video. My topic is relevant, it's informational, it's good, it's solid, it's gold. Now I'm about to upload. What should I do? Okay, actually uploading your footage. Click-through rate is very, very, very important, especially when the YouTube algorithm starts to recommend your video. They're going to recommend your video based off of what that person is searching for. So what entices people to click on your video 9 times out of 10 is the thumbnail, and most people, when they're watching YouTube, they're watching it from their phone. So if you've ever been on YouTube and you're looking at the videos and you're scrolling, the title of the video that's on the side where the words are, it gets cut off. So it'll say like how to sub dash, and it's cut off. The rest of the title is cut off. So that little part right there might entice them to click it, but it's mostly going to be whatever that thumbnail is right next to it. So if they see the thumbnail and they see something on that thumbnail that's intriguing, and then they see this little half title, how to sub, they're gonna be like, how to do what now? And they're gonna click it. Now they're intrigued and they want to know what you're doing. What are you doing? Okay, so when it comes to your thumbnail, now, like I said, most people are watching YouTube on their phone, which means your thumbnail is this big on their phone. All they can see is this much. So you don't want to make it too busy. They're not going to see it. You don't want your words to be too small. They're not going to see it. Like what I do with my YouTube thumbnails, I make half of the thumbnail a whole picture. because that's what they see. So, and I put on the other side what the picture is or something similar. For example, my last video when I did the soda can tumbler, I put a big picture, 2 big pictures of the soda can tumbler, and on the other side I put how to make this tumbler. How to sublimate a soda can tumbler with a big old picture of the finished sublimated tumbler. So when you're looking at my thumbnail on the phone, you can see clearly what that tumbler is. You can see what's on it, you can see what it is, and you can see the title clear. Once you start kind of overcrowding your thumbnail with too much stuff when they're looking at it on their phone, it gets mumbled and jumbled and they can't see it. They can't see it, they can't read it, they don't know what's going on, it's too much. So they're not gonna click on it. Unless you have some type of clickbait in your title, like the first 2 or 3 words. That would be the only other thing that kind of helped you get a click. But you want your thumbnail to be clear and you want it to be precise. You want to show a picture of the most important part of your video, and then you want a clear text about what that is. Okay? The most important part of your video should be on the thumbnail. Even if it's towards the end, if it's the most important part of your video, the thing that this is why I wanted you to click on this video, put that somehow on your thumbnail. Big, like half of the thumbnail, to entice them to click, because that is how people decide if they're going to click on your video, is that thumbnail. You don't want to muffle it. Okay? Keep it as clear and to the point as you can absolutely make it, but also make it pretty somehow. So maybe use some bright colors. Like there's a lot of I personally use my phone in dark mode, so the background of my YouTube is black. There's only 2 colors. You can either have light mode or dark mode. So people's YouTube is either light, white, or dark, white or black. So you want to stay away from those 2 colors being the main color of your thumbnail, because you don't know what mode their phone is on. Like my thumbnails were the Canva blue, then they were a bright pink, and now they're a beige color. Okay? All 3 of those will stand out against a white or a black. So you want your thumbnails to stand out against the white background that's going to be on their phone or a black background that's going to be on their phone. That blue stands out whether their background is white or black. That pink that I had for a little bit, that's going to stand out whether their background is white or black. Okay? That beige color pops whether their background, whether their phone is in light mode or dark mode. It's going to pop and they're going to see it. So that's what you want to do with your thumbnails. Okay, very important. Your thumbnails is what is going to make your click-through rate good or bad. Your click-through rate is going to send your video either on the top of the algorithm or the bottom. So that thumbnail is like make or break. Okay. The next thing is your tags. You have, I think it's like 500 characters. Use as many as you can. Even if the tag don't really had nothing to do with the video, right? So when I first started, I was tagging things I wasn't even doing. Like in the beginning when I was just doing Canva, I was putting sublimation in my tags, even though I'm not doing sublimation. Basically, the tags are going to help your SEO. So when people go up into that search bar, okay, they open up their YouTube app and they go into that search bar and they type in sublimation. YouTube is going to recommend anything that says sublimation. Anything that has sublimation in the tag, in the title, or on the thumbnail. It's going to pull it up and it's going to recommend it to them. Now, if you're new and your video is new, they're probably like they have a tendency to recommend the most viewed towards the top. You'll be there somewhere, whether it's at the bottom, very bottom, or somewhere, but your video will be in that sublimation list somewhere because you put sublimation in the tag. Okay, so you have 500 characters, use all of them. And I mean all of them, or as much as you can. Use that tag section. And I don't mean put the word sublimation in your description box. Don't do that. There is an actual section when you're uploading your video for tags. Matter of fact, you can go into your, and I'll probably show you guys this in the next video. There is a section in your YouTube studio that you can go to preset your tags. You can go in there, you can type out all your tags, and every time you go to upload, those tags that you preset are going to automatically upload that to that video without you having to type it all out again. Okay, and I think I will show you guys that the next time I have a YouTube. I think my next video is going to be a craft video. So the next time I do a video that's not crafts, I'll probably will show you guys how to preset your tags when you're uploading, so that you don't, because I know, like, before I found out how to do that, like, I would forget a tag, or I would forget a handful of tags. I would go to type my tags out and I'm like, dang, what should I put here? Now I don't remember. So, and every now and then I'll come across a tag maybe on somebody else's page, and I'm like, oh, that's a good tag, I didn't think about that. And I'll just go to my preset and I'll add it to the ones that I already have. Okay, I'll show you guys how to do that. And then the last little bit of information that I have is about your algorithm. You need to learn your algorithm. I can't tell you what your algorithm is because everybody's algorithm is different. It's based off of your subscribers. Okay, so YouTube, what you want to eventually do, you want YouTube to start recommending your videos on the home page or the recommendation page. When somebody's sitting there and they're watching a video, there's a section, it's either to the side or it's on the bottom, of recommended pages based off of your searches. Okay, and you want your video to pop up in their recommendations, or you want it to pop up on the home page when they search or when they open up their YouTube. So if they've watched a handful of your channel, of your videos, and even if they've never subscribed, if they've watched a couple of your videos, anytime they open up that app, YouTube remembers that they watched your video, so it's going to be there on their homepage. Even if they're not looking for you, even if they're looking for something totally different, it's going to be there because they've watched you before. That's what you want. You want YouTube to start recommending your content repeatedly to people who have watched you, also to new people. So what you don't want to do, you want to be mindful of the time that you upload. When I first started, I uploaded at different times of the day. Now, this may take you a couple videos. So if you only upload one video a week, then it's probably going to take you a month or 2 months to figure this out. If you upload 2 or 3 times a week, it'll take you a shorter amount of time to figure this out, because it's going to take you a handful, maybe 5 or 6 videos to figure out when your video performs the best. Okay, so when I first started uploading, I uploaded at different times of the day. I uploaded first thing in the morning, I uploaded around lunch, I uploaded around dinner, and I uploaded on certain days of the week, and then I uploaded on the weekends. And I used the analytics that I got from those videos to figure out my optimal upload time. Because what you don't want to happen, you want your videos to get as many views as they possibly can in the first 24 hours. Like, that first 24 hours, when it comes to the algorithm, is crucial. You want your video to perform well in the first 24 hours so that YouTube will recommend it. That's what you want. Okay, so for me, in my timeline, I've noticed my timeline does better when I upload around dinner and on the weekends. So either Saturday, like lunch, brunch type time, or Sundays. If I upload on Sundays, my videos do very well on Sundays because my audience is off of work on Sundays. My audience tends to be the 9-to-5ers. Okay, so when I uploaded my video like around 11 o'clock, nobody was watching it. I didn't get that many views because people were at work, or even if they're working from home, they were logged in and taking calls. So my timeline, I have learned, is 9-to-5ers. Because my videos perform the best when I upload them after 4 p.m. or on the weekends. So I always upload around 4 or after 4. Now I don't have a specific day that I upload. I do upload different days. But anytime I upload, like I said, it's after 4 p.m. because that's when my video does the best. And I have been able to maintain a 6% click-through rate because of my thumbnail and because I have figured out when my video, sorry about that guys, my video cut out or my camera died. Had to put it on the charger. But what I was saying was, what you don't want is you don't want YouTube, or you don't want to upload your video in the middle of the night, okay? And your whole audience sleeps at night. So your entire audience, your subscribers, they're sleeping and you're uploading a video. And once they wake up, they have to go to work. So they're still not watching your video. So you've uploaded your video at 3 o'clock in the morning and it's now 3 o'clock in the afternoon the next day and you only have 10 views because your whole audience was sleeping when you uploaded and then they went to work when they got up. So now they're not looking at your videos until after 5. But YouTube is already like, well, she's gone 12 hours with no views. I'm not recommending this video to nobody. Nobody has watched it. This video has been up for 12 hours and only 10 people have watched it. Obviously, whatever content she has in here is not valuable. So we're not going to recommend that. That's how the YouTube algorithm works. Okay, so you don't want to post when it's not your prime time to post because it's just going to hurt you. So you want to learn your algorithm. You want to learn it, you want to master it, and you want to take advantage of it because it is free. You don't have to pay for it, okay? You don't have to pay for YouTube to recommend your content. But that's literally how I was able to grow my channel organically, was I was able to figure out my content. I was able to figure out my algorithm and I worked according to that. So your analytics, please learn your analytics. Let me show you. I'm going to get the app for you so I can show you. YouTube Studio. Okay. Right there. That app. Right here in the middle. YouTube Studio. Okay. That is my best friend. Some people use TubeBuddy. Whichever one works for you. I think I'm not sure about YouTube Buddy or TubeBuddy or whatever it's called. I don't know. I haven't used it before. But if it provides you your analytics, that's fine. Either one. Whichever one works for you. You want to make sure that you have access to your analytics all day so that you don't have to be in front of your computer. But you want to make sure that you are paying attention to how your video is performing when you upload it. The first 10 hours is really the information that you want. So what happens to your video in the first 10 hours, you have to like move according to that. So if it didn't perform well, then in the first 10 hours, then either your content wasn't, like they weren't really interested in your content, or you didn't post at the right time. If you notice that in the first 10 hours, like let's say you have 2,000 or 1,000 subscribers and the first 10 hours you got 5 views and you're like, man, why didn't nobody watch my video? I have 1,000 subscribers. But then you notice that by the next day, your video went from 5 views to 300 views. Then that means after that 10-hour time frame, that's when people started to watch your video. So whatever time that was, that's when you want to upload. When the video started to perform well. Whatever time of day it was when the video started to perform well, that's when you want to upload. Okay? So take your analytics and use it to your ability to learn your algorithm. Okay, that's how, like I said, that's how I was able to grow my channel. I really honed in on my algorithm and my analytics, and I learned it, and I learned when the best time for me to upload my videos was. So like I said, a 1 to 2% click-through rate is good. I have been able to maintain a 6% click-through rate because of that, because I learned my analytics and I make my thumbnails clear. So YouTube started taking my content, and I'm at about 80%. YouTube recommends 80% of my content now. So that's why I was able to get to 13K in less than a year. I started my channel in April of last year. It's January. I'm already at 13K. I've been monetized for months. And you want to grow organically. You want that sub for sub. Don't do that, because it doesn't work. Okay, you need 1,000 subscribers and 400 watch hours in order to become monetized. So your subscribers only matter until you get up to 1,000. Once you hit 1,000, it doesn't matter how many you have. You can you can have 1,000 subscribers forever and always and still become monetized, as long as you're getting the views. So you don't want 1,000 people to subscribe to your channel that don't watch your videos, because you'll never get the watch hours. Now you have 1,000 subscribers and you have 300 watch hours because your subscribers aren't watching the content. So you want people to subscribe to your channel who are genuinely going to watch your videos or do you a favor and play them in the background. That works too. Okay, but no, really, you really want people to subscribe to your channel that are going to actually watch your videos. That's how the money comes in, from the views, period. And you don't get paid per view. So like, let's say somebody has 20,000 views. They don't make $20,000. That's not how you get paid. It's based off of the ads and things like that, and whether they click the ads and, you know, things of that nature. However, it's not per view. You don't get paid per view, and you don't get paid per subscriber either. So you just want to make sure that you're growing organically, and organically just means you are appeasing to people who actually care about what you're posting. Okay? So I really think I have touched on just about everything. This video has gone a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I wanted to make sure that you guys got as much information that you possibly could about this, because I believe everybody should be on YouTube. It's easy in the sense of, I would much rather do YouTube than work a 9-to-5. I used to work in a call center, and you couldn't pay me to go back to a call center. I will sit here and record a video and edit it long before I go and log into anybody's queue. I promise to God. Okay, doing YouTube and editing videos is easier than taking calls. I promise it is. I promise. I mean, nothing comes easy, but I promise this is easier than taking calls. I promise it is. Okay, so I just wanted to give as much information as I could. I hope you guys found this content valuable. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys are staying safe. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.